Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No? Yeah, cool. It's recording whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another Sunday at NCKidz. I hope you're all having an awesome time and enjoying being back at school. I know a lot of you, some of you went back this week, and some of you have been back for a while. But before we start, I just want to open in a quick prayer, and then we'll be looking at the lesson from last week. It will be a bit of a continuation from this week, but it's super exciting, and I hope you guys are enjoying the lessons and still enjoying the fact that you can watch it at home and do the activities every week. But before we start, let's open in prayer. Father God, I just want to give you the opportunity to thank you for allowing us to come together and learn about you from the comfort of our homes. I know there's been a lot of turmoil and a lot of things that we haven't been able to plan and we can't do as we usually do, but we know that you're still able to do things in your glory and in your name, and you are still with us every day and everything we do. We know, Father, that you're always there and you've always been there for us, Father, and we just want to hope that every day as we live our lives and go about, whether it be at school or at home, we show acts of kindness, and kindness is an amazing thing, and we mustn't act in anger and rather act in kindness, because the kindness is something that we know that you just want us to be, and it's a true example of being a son of and daughters of you, Father. In your name, amen. Okay, boys and girls, can anyone remember what the story was last week? I can't hear you. The story? Yes, it was Isaac and the wells. For those of you who don't remember the story or remember parts of it, please go back and watch last week's video. It was really awesome as we teach and we taught you about Isaac and the wells. But we will be looking today at some elements of Isaac and the wells. Can any one of you remember what God did for Isaac at the end? Can anyone remember? I can't hear you. Can any of you? Yes, remember? God was with Isaac the whole time. Remember? In the story, Isaac was sent to go and get water in the town of Gerar. Remember? And he moved from town to town looking for water. Does anyone know why he had to keep moving? Yes, the reason he had to keep moving is the people of Gerar kept getting angry with Isaac because he kept getting water. So he would go to these wells, he would clean and put all the hard work or build the wells, and then he would land up having the people of Gerar coming to fight with him and argue and want to cause a big trouble. Do you guys remember that? Yes, that was what happened. So, for all of you who want the story, go back and watch last week. You'll see the full detail of everything that happened from start to finish. So I want you guys to go back and watch that video. So as you remembered, the entire time that Isaac was going from place to place after all these people coming to fight with him and argue with him, how did Isaac react? Yes, he acted out of kindness. He was like, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue. And he stepped away and he moved towns. Would you guys be able to do every time someone came and they wanted to fight or be angry with you? Would you be able to just pack up your things and move? No. A lot of us found that hard, and it's a lot more challenging than it was for Isaac. But Isaac knew that God was with him, and that was what God wanted him to do, was to be kind, loving, and show these people his love. And what happened in the end? By Isaac continuously showing his love towards the people of Gerar and continuously moving on, wasn't fighting, wasn't arguing, what did he do? God was there with him the whole time. And Isaac, what did Isaac do about it? He kept saying, I don't want to fight, and he just moved on. But in the end, after the third time that the people of Gerar had moved, the people of Gerar came to Isaac and was like, we can see God is with you because you've got the water, your plants are growing, your animals are getting bigger and having babies. We want to be with you. We don't want to fight with you anymore. So, what happened? They wanted God's love. They wanted to be with God. They knew that God was with Isaac and they wanted to be with God. Okay, so boys and girls, was this an act of kindness, do you think? Can you guess? Can you? Yes, it was an act of kindness. Because the whole time that Isaac was going along from place to place, even though he spent hours working on the wells, getting water, making sure it was clean, making sure they could drink, and the people would come and fill it with sand, they would come and be ugly to him and they would want to fight. Isaac always responded, I don't want to fight, and would pack up his stuff and move on. That's so incredible, don't you think? That he didn't put up a fight, he didn't argue, he just packed up his stuff and relocated and moved from one place to the next. And even at the end, when they came to him and they said, we don't want to fight with you anymore, we want to come together, we want to be with you, Isaac. And what did he do? Isaac prepared a dinner. How cool is that? That is an act of kindness. Is that he's providing food for those that were his enemies, or who wanted to be his enemies, because they wanted to fight with him. But you know, each and every one of us, regardless of our age, young or old, are able to be kind. Rather be kind than be angry and fight and be mean. Because remember, unfortunately, people remember acts of kindness. So I want you all, the way we treat someone, the way we feel, and we make someone feel, they will remember then over something that we just say or do. Okay, so I want you all to remember that you need to be kind. And I'm going to give you some practical examples this week on how you can be kind and loving and show anger. And don't show anger. So what I want you to remember is that kindness is incredibly important as a Christian. And even as a person, being kind, it's the little things. It doesn't have to cost you thousands or millions. And it doesn't have to take lots of time. It's just those little things that you do every day of your life that is all acts of kindness. So let's start with 5 acts of kindness that we're going to look at. The first one is an act of kindness that we can all do is that we can greet everyone. A simple good morning or a good afternoon or a hello are all something that we can do every day just to be kind. It's just showing someone that we're not rude. We just can say good morning. If it's someone you know, good morning, Pete. Good afternoon, Danny. You can all use those examples. But if it's someone you don't know, you can just say, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Depending if it's a male or female. That is act number 1. Act number 2. For act number 2, we can be kind by sharing with others. Whether it be sharing your lunch at break with your friend who doesn't have, or your friend has something that you have that your friend wants, you can share it. And remember, sharing is always caring. So we can all share. That's a simple way of doing it. We can share, even your brother. If you're playing with a toy, share with your brother. Number 3. Act number 3 we can do is we can be kind by playing or having time with others, and we're not excluding everyone. So at break, if someone is playing on their own, or you see them, they look sad, invite them to come play with you. If your brother looks like he's playing on his own, go play, kick a ball with him outside. That's act number 3. Act number 4 is that you can be respectful to your teachers by doing your homework, listening to them when they're talking, putting your hand up in class if they want to ask you if you want to ask a question. Always showing kindness. You're not being rude. You're not just butting in or arguing with your teacher. You're putting your hand up and saying, I have a question, or this is the answer. That's an act of kindness. And the 5th act of kindness that we can do is to show love and not be angry. A personal example for me is once my brother and I were very angry with each other, and my brother was getting cross with me because I wasn't doing something that he wanted. So, what was my response? He kept arguing and wanting to pick a fight. What did I do? I got up and I walked away. That is such a simple way. First of all, it shows that we're the bigger person, that we can get up from a situation and walk away. So, I want you boys and girls this week and the weeks to come to try acts of kindness. When you can either send it to us and tell us how you're acting kind, what have you done for someone else, how have you respected anyone, do your homework, be kind to your teachers, respect your parents ask you something, do it. It's all acts of kindness. And if you're in a situation where you can be angry and someone's getting cross with you, do like Isaac did, is get up and walk away. It's one of the biggest things that you can do to be kind. Why pick a fight? Why get angry? Why get sad? Why? When you can just get up and walk away. So, does anyone remember what we're talking about? Kindness. Yes, we must all be kind. And I want you all to remember, as you go through, kindness is so amazing. The way you are felt, the way someone welcomes you, you'll remember way more than, something when they were angry or mean. So I want you all to be kind, love each other, share with each other, listen, obey, and that's what I want. I want you to show kindness in everything you do and show that you are God's son and daughter. Okay, so before we end, I just want you to remember, can anyone remember where the memory verse comes from last week? Anyone remember? Hello? Yes, Proverbs 15 verse 1. The great answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word can stir up anger. So you see, by responding out of meanness or being ugly or angry, when being using harsh words, you're going to cause so much more anger inside you and for the person. But if you give a gentle answer or respond with kindness, the people are going to remember it, and you're going to have so much love, and they're going to see you're a true son and daughter of God, which is what we all want to be. Hey? We all want to be these proper God's children, and we want to show everyone what does it mean to be a God's child. Okay, so I hope you all had an awesome week and enjoyed today's lesson. And if you haven't watched it, if you've only watched today's one, go back and watch last week's one about Isaac and the whales, and you can see how Isaac demonstrated kindness and moved on. But I want you all to have an awesome week, and we'll see you all soon. We're all missing you, and hopefully soon we'll be able to meet in person. Bye guys!